Welcome everybody to Midweek Mindfulness. So good to be here with everybody today. Um, I don't know about you, but I have lots of four-legged friends who are also visiting right now. Um, yes, okay. And this one's insisting on getting attention, so we'll just bring her in. They seem to know this is a good time of the day to get a nap at least, if nothing else. So it's kind of fun and beautiful. Um, so I was thinking about midweek mindfulness this morning, and I was thinking about people moving into summertime. And for some folks, that's a big shift. If you're in education or if you're in fields where, summer is particularly different. Um, I know I have friends that work in jobs that are primarily out of doors, and their lives change dramatically during the summertime. So, but maybe there's no real big shift for you at work at all. Maybe it's more of a family and more of kind of a personal, time for that shift to take place. So it's something again just to be mindful of, to be cognizant of. It's always kind of a little bit of humor for me to notice that some people complain about the weather no matter what it is, right? So if it's warm and beautiful outside, then it's just too hot and they can't stand it. And if it's raining, then it's raining and it's just terrible. Or if it's cool outside, then wow, they really wish it would warm up. And it's very often a very unconscious thing, I think, for a lot of people to fall into that kind of routine. And I'm not suggesting that we all need to love whatever the weather is, but an interesting thing might be to really check in with yourself and notice how you're feeling in that moment with the weather, right? Like, is it really the weather that's creating that sensation? And if so, what is it that's, that you find irritating or pleasurable or whatever it happens to be? So it's an opportunity for each time we step outside the door to really be mindful in that moment. So to really drop in and connect with what we're experiencing, both inside and out. So one, what am I noticing outside of myself? Is the sun bright? Is it overcast? Like, what does today look like or feel like? And then internalizing that and noticing, how do I feel about that? Did I actually notice? It's like the old adage that every time I clean my car, it rains, right? So if your lawn needs watering, maybe it's time to wash the car. I don't know. And that really humorous, right? So again, it's just an opportunity to really, to tap in and to check in. And there's little ways that we can do that so often to bring more mindfulness into our daily, our daily way of being, our daily expression, our daily living. Whether it's paying attention to a four-legged friend who is insisting on getting some attention, and maybe using that as an opportunity to stop and really connect with this other living, breathing being who is a part of your household. We can do the same thing with family, friends, coworkers. When somebody approaches you or gets your attention, really using that as a moment to drop in and notice how I'm feeling inside. Am I irritated because I was working on something? Like, what do I have going on internally? And then really connecting externally with, that level of engagement. And sometimes that means we need to set, healthier boundaries. Close the door, drop the blind, put up a sign, just protect that time so that we can really focus on what it is that we really need to focus on. And other times those can be wonderful opportunities to, kind of release ourselves and take a break, particularly if you're working on something that you're not going to finish in the next, 30 or 40 minutes, and letting your body stretch and reestablish itself in the space and the time. So just some little mindfulness tips about everyday mindfulness. And it's such a beautiful day where I am here in Virginia. The sun is coming into the window and the temperature is lovely from my perspective. So I did get a little bit of time out there this morning, and I'm hoping to get back out there soon. So um, yeah, so I thought we might practice today with something that will allow us to connect to how we feel, and then connect with noticing how we think and feel about how we feel physically. Right? So go ahead and get into your meditation position. For many of us, that's sitting up nice and tall, letting the head balance on top of the spine. For others, if that's not physically comfortable and you're not abled in that way, then simply find a position where you can be physically comfortable and yet mentally alert. We want to combine those two things so that we can practice being mindful. So go ahead and get into your position, and I will invite the bell to get us started. Let's go ahead and just begin by noticing that we're breathing. Noticing the sensation of the breath. Maybe noticing it at the tip of the nostril or somewhere like the back of the throat. Maybe it's the rise and the fall of the diaphragm. Just noticing where you notice it the most obvious in this moment. Feeling the sensation of the breath and noticing how your body responds to that sensation. Do you notice a sense of relaxation? Do you notice any place you're holding tension? No judgment. Just noticing, just bringing a sense of curious compassion to whatever you happen to notice in your body. Might be a sense of strength or energy. Could be pain. Just allowing whatever is there to be there without any judgment as you're able. And if you notice the judgment, then notice that. And if it's comfortable, bring your awareness to the feet, maybe the bottom of your feet. Not moving them or touching them, just noticing, just being there with your feet in this moment. What do you sense? Their coolness or warmth? You may feel the sensation of your socks or your shoes, or maybe it's the pressure of the floor as gravity pulls us downward, or where they're touching against your legs. Whatever you happen to notice, just again, just noticing. And then using your imagination, just breathe in and out of your feet. And if your mind starts to struggle with that idea, just notice that your mind is struggling with that idea and come back to breathing in and out of your feet. Notice how it helps you bring awareness to your feet. And if you can't imagine the breath moving in and out of your feet, that's okay. Just imagine that you can. And on your next out breath, you're going to just gently let your feet go. Just let them dissolve in your mind's eye and shift your awareness to your shins, your calves, maybe your knees. Just holding the lower leg in the awareness and noticing what's happening there. Now breathing in and out of your legs. And noticing how any new sensations that might arise. And as always, when you have thoughts that come up and will gather your attention, take note of them so you can return to them later if they're important. And then gently release them and come back to your legs, back to your breath. And on the next out breath, releasing the lower part of the leg and shifting your awareness up to your thighs, your hips, where your body comes into contact with the chair, the floor, the pillow, your pelvis, right, that midsection of your lower body, or the upper part of your lower body. Again, just noticing what's happening. And then breathing in and out. Again, really keeping your awareness on that part of your body by feeling the in breath coming in through that part of the body and then breathing back out of that part of the body. And on the out breath, releasing the hips and the pelvis and the thighs and shifting your awareness up to your midriff, your tummy, your rib cage, your lower back, your mid back. Just really feeling this part of your body, noticing what it is experiencing, and in particular, it is really connected to the breath and the breathing. Notice that sensation as we breathe in and out of the mid part of the body. And if it helps to slow your breathing or deepen it or let it become more shallow, then do that. You're totally in control of this experience. You can always decide. Now I invite you to release the trunk of the body and move up into the chest, the neck, the shoulders, the upper part of the back. Again, really noticing what's happening here. Is there tension? Are you sitting upright? Are you relaxed? Not bringing judgment to it, just noticing what's there. And then breathing in and out of the shoulders and the neck and the chest, the upper part of the back, your neck, those big muscles right at the base of your neck where they join your shoulders. Just breathing in and out of that, of these places on the body, and noticing what happens as we do. On your next out breath, releasing the upper part of the trunk and moving down into your arms, noticing the upper arm, the biceps, the triceps, riding down into your elbows, your forearms, your hands, all those little bones and muscles in the wrist, backs of the hands. And breathing in and out of your arms. And if there's any place in the body that you bring your awareness to that isn't resounding with you, if it feels uncomfortable, if it brings something up from the past or old injuries or wounds or hurts, notice that too, and then just gently shift away. Come back to your breath, come back to the room, whatever feels comfortable for you. And if it's comfortable, then go ahead and let go of your arms and shift your awareness to your hands. Notice the palms of your hands. Notice the fingers, the tips of the fingers, the spaces in between. Thumbs. See if you can feel the nails without touching or moving them. Just noticing. And again, on your next out breath, just releasing the hands and bringing your awareness up to your jaw, your cheeks, your nose, maybe your ears or the back of your head. Just really noticing the lower part of your head. Is there tension in your jaw? Have the muscles been clenched? Are they sore? And breathing in and out. And on your next out breath, releasing the lower part of your face and the back of your head and coming up to the nose, all those little muscles around your eyes, your brow, your forehead, and maybe the top of your head. Just breathing in and out to the top of your head, or your eyes, or your forehead. Just noticing what's happening there. And on your next out breath, just letting go and coming back to the breath, feeling the sensation of the breath at the tip of the nostril, the rise and fall of your tummy. And maybe see if you can breathe in and out of your whole body all at the same time. And if that doesn't feel right, that's okay. Just breathe in and out through your nose. And as always, notice what comes up in your mind. Take note of it and gently release it on the next out breath. And back to the breath, back to the body, back to your awareness. And now taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold at the top. And then a nice long, slow exhale. Begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes as we bring our meditation to an end. Mm. Thank you all so much for a wonderful day, a beautiful moment here in the middle of the week. I'm so grateful to all of you.